You are now watching a Stellar Films broadcast brought to you by First Choice Heating and Cooling, the Freemasons of Albany 723, and the Mid-Ohio Valley Film Commission. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stellar Films broadcast here out on Lake Jackson in Oak Hill, brought to you by First Choice Heating and Cooling of Southern Ohio. It is a nice 51 degrees out currently with a high temperature supposed to be 67 today, but as we've seen throughout the week, that high number can get even higher as the sun comes out and the clouds start to recede. We're out here with the Jackson Bass fishing team doing our first practice of the year. It's very nice, very calm waters, and we're hoping to see some wonderful results as the anglers come in for the weigh-ins later this evening. I'm Steve Manier. Thank you so much.
All right, we want to welcome everybody here to the inter-squad scrimmage we have for the JHS Bass team. Got a few new things we kind of like to talk about and show off. One of them is we got the big screen up here that'll be showing the top 10 of the leaderboard. We do have a set of pro tournament scales that's going to be just like the ones we use at the state and at the national level. You'll be able to see the weight as they lock in right there. If you go to weighbook.com, you can go in there and follow us on that link. We're working on getting that up. We're going to have only we got eight teams today. 7 or 8 teams today that we had fished down here at beautiful Lake Jackson on this wonderful afternoon and morning. A little bit chilly, but we did have a lot of fish biting, but we may not have as many keepers as we'd like. So we're going to go ahead and get this started off with our senior group here, one of our 2 sets of seniors, and that is Wes Clegg and Brady Daly coming up. All right, guys, so I feel like you had a pretty productive day on the water as far as numbers go, but maybe not the kind of fish that you'd like to catch. So tell me what happened, Brady.
Well, we caught about 15 fish today, but none of them were keepers. We had a few 11 3/4, so a couple close ones, and just couldn't get on the bigger ones today.
So how did you catch yours today?
I caught mine. I caught some on Ned rig, some on some jigs, and just a bunch of different stuff. Really, I was catching on everything, just not big enough.
Not big enough. All right, Wes, how did you catch the non-keepers you had?
I ended up throwing just about everything today, but the only thing we could catch them on was a blue, white, and chartreuse crankbait, about 6 feet.
About 6 feet. All right, so who would you guys like to thank for making today possible?
OHM WC Law Firm.
I'd like to thank Brian Dixon and Steve Evans Sausage.
All right, Wes. Now, I know you didn't bring any keepers in, but you did have a pretty epic battle out there today with a very large fish. So, can you tell us about what happened there?
Yeah, I had a disgusting carp on my end of my rod at some point at the end of the day. I thought I was going to break my rod.
So, about how long did the fight last, you guess?
I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. Tired me out the whole entire day. It's like 15 minutes of just fighting a stinky carp.
I was going to say about 12 minutes. I did eyewitness most of this. And about how big do you think that fish weighed?
Too big. It was about 30 pounds.
About a 30 pounder. All right. So here's one of the real important questions. Next week, Burr Oak. That is where we're going to be starting off the Southern Ohio High School Bass Circuit. We have grown this year. We're now going to be representing 10 or have 10 schools representing our circuit. Probably between 30 and 35 boats will be in there. So we've got teams from, our team, Oak Hill, Gallia Academy, River Valley, Vinton County, Northwest, Waverly, Wellston, Sims Valley, and Zanesville, actually. So we're going to have a big reach here as far as the pool of anglers we got. Got a lot of good anglers coming in that are going to be making this week kind of hard for us here to get ready for. So what are your thoughts on going to Burr Oak next week?
Super pumped up about it. We're excited to go do what we did last year.
All right, what about you, Brady?
Yeah, just kind of hoping to keep the same trend as last year. We did well there, so just trying to do that again.
All right. So well, thank you guys. We'll go ahead and bring up our next set. You guys go ahead and head off. We got two newcomers coming in. We got Shy Chambers and Jonah Armstrong. All right, guys. So tell me about your day, Shy. What happened?
It was pretty slow, but we caught about 4 non-keepers. But yeah, I was throwing 'em a wacky rig, and I caught them on a green pumpkin. All 4 of them were.
All
Three,
Or three of them?
3.
All right, Jonah, how did you catch the one you had?
I caught it off a rock wall on a white and chartreuse square bill crankbait at about 3 or 4 feet.
Square bill. All right. So were they close in measuring? Were they almost 12?
Yeah, they were all about 11.
About 11. It seems like that's a pretty popular trend down here. So, Shy, who would you like to thank for allowing us to have this opportunity to fish today?
I would like to thank Frazier Farms, Cross & Sons Farm Equipment, Brown & Brown Concrete Construction, and Raton.
All righty. Who would you like to thank, sir?
Edward Jones and Buckeye Exhaust and my boat captain, Brian.
Ryan Barney was your boat captain today. All right, guys. So, you guys are just starting. This is your freshman year. You did fish a little bit in the fall. Got a one spring event under. What are you thinking heading into Burr Oak?
I'm ready for it. I'm excited. I think that we're going to do a little bit better there. Hopefully catch some more fish.
All right, Jonah, what do you think?
I'm excited for it. It's like my first actual tournament.
It'll be the first one. All right, guys. So we'll go ahead and see you guys at Burr Oak. Now, I do want to mention we do have our new jerseys again, full of sponsors. We ended up with 30 sponsors helping us out with this season. One of the new people that we have kind of on board with us is on top of everybody's head, and that's going to be Lane's Custom Hats. Lane Irwin did an excellent job getting a team hat together for us. Those are going to be available for sale today down here at the weigh-in. Also, we're going to probably try to set up something either on Facebook or through our Instagram page where people want to reach out and try to order one. They can get one. The cost of the hat will be $25. All right, so coming up next, we got two newcomers. We have Mr. Shane Fulton and Mr. Landon Steebelt. So, sir, how'd your day go?
It was pretty good. It started off slow, but then it started to pick up a little bit.
A little bit. So tell us about, did you catch anything at all?
Yes, but no bass, just rock bass.
Just rock bass. So how did you land those rock bass you got a hold of?
Well, I was throwing a jig and he just bit and I set the hook.
It's crazy that those rock bass will even hit a big jig, which is usually big bass bait. So Landon, what'd you think about today?
I thought it was pretty slow. Sadly, no bass, but I caught a crappie on a Ned rig near the bridge, just bouncing up and down, and eventually hit, and I set it, and it went on the other side of the boat. So,
Well, sometimes that will happen. So Shane, who would you like to thank for making the day possible?
I would like to thank Jason and Tyler for being my boat captain and Jason for letting us use his boat. I'd like to thank my community for coming together to make this possible to fish.
All right. Landon, how about you?
I'd like to thank Slark's Automotive Services and Southern Ohio Smiles and my boat captain.
All right, so hopefully we'll see you guys down there at Burr Oak. We'll go ahead and have you guys go on off. All right, so now we had some teams that did catch some fish that didn't get any to put on the scales today because the minimum size is 12 inches and needed to be a bass. So now we're going to start the fish parade. So we have returners from the World Finals out to Oklahoma next year in the thing. Somebody forgot his hat, but we'll forgive him. All right, we got Cyrus Mannering coming up, and we have Austin Walker. So as they hand their fish off to, go ahead and come on up. Just put your bag right there in the tank. All right, guys, so come on over. So now, I don't think that was the only bass you guys caught today, was it, Austin?
No, we probably caught close to 15 or 16 bass today. Most of them were a little under though, but we do have one keeper today to show y'all.
All right, so who managed to catch the keeper?
I did.
And how did you catch that keeper?
I caught it in a wacky rig in the color green pumpkin pepper.
Green pumpkin pepper.
Yeah.
All right. So, Cyrus, what did you catch the fish you caught on today?
I caught quite a few. I caught them on a few different things, but the biggest one was probably on a wacky. It was a watermelon seed wacky rig.
All right, so guys, let's take a quick look. Turn here, right over your heads. Hopefully we can see right now. And in the lead of the inter-squad scrimmage is Austin Walker and Cyrus Mannering with 0.75 pounds. So right now, that's also currently the big bass. Hopefully we'll see a little bit bigger than that. Austin, who would you like to thank for today?
I'd like to thank the VFW and the Josh Eggers Foundation.
And Cyrus, who would you like to thank?
I'd like the Geiger Brothers and the Iron City Pipe and Implement.
All right, so now, what are you guys thinking about going into Burr Oak? You caught a lot of fish here. Just need to work on the size a little bit. What do you think you can do to upgrade to catch some bigger bass there?
I think we'll be moving into some more deeper water for sure. We'll be trying it out there. Maybe try to use our live scope.
All right, coming with the live scope. Cyrus, what do you think adjustments you'll make?
Definitely use a few different baits, bigger baits, and different collars.
All right. So, Austin, go ahead and grab that fish there. You guys get your picture here right there in front of the trailer. And we got a ton of sponsors on also. Cyrus, go ahead and stand up here with him. Go ahead and stand right here in front of it there with all the stuff there in the background. All right, your current big bass leaders in first place. You guys will be able to put your stuff right here on the hot seat. So, Cyrus, you come on up and you start there on the hot seat. So how does it feel to be on the hot seat right now?
It's new. I've never been on the hot seat. It's it's kind of scary looking at all these people staring at me.
Well, hey, I mean, that's a good reason, right? You're sitting here at number one, right? So that's a great place to be. So hopefully we'll get Austin back up here pretty quick, because if he doesn't come, he may not even get a chance to sit down on the hot seat. All right, so coming in next, two anglers that have also got experience at the World Finals, fished in a couple state championships, got some stuff going on. Cohen Oyer and Brady Kearns. All right, Cohen, so tell us about today. How'd it go?
It's pretty slow to start. We caught about 15 today. Most of them were in the 10 to 11 inch range, but we ended up getting at least one keeper.
So how did you catch the fish you caught this afternoon?
We were doing a mixture of chatterbaits, Ned rigs, Texas rigs, just seeing what the fish wanted, and they kind of just wanted it all.
Kind of wanted it all. Brady, what do you think about today? How'd it go?
It was rough. I mean, I caught more other species than I did bass today. It was a tough day. Couldn't really get a bigger bite. Only got one. I caught the one though.
So how did you catch that one?
We went up in this spot. I really didn't want to fish, but my dad said to fish it, so I threw one cast up in there, and I set the hook, and it gets wrapped around a tree branch. So we had to run up on the tree, get the fish, unhook it, put it in the live well, unhook my bait from the tree, and then we were good.
Well, that sounds like quite the accomplishment. And with that and that fish, you guys are our new leaders and leaders in the big bass, Cohen and Brady. All right, Austin, you and Cyrus, hope you enjoyed your time. You can slide over there. So, Cohen, who would you like to thank for making the day possible?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the Lord for just letting us be out here in this beautiful lake. I'd also like to thank Warriors for Christ Ministries and the Rock Worship Center.
All righty, Brady, who would you like to thank?
Atomic Credit Union and HK Sound.
And H&K Sound. All right, you guys go ahead and get your picture with that monster there. All right. See if we can get somebody. Can we get one of our other anglers, Brady or somebody up there to kind of take those fish back? Brady Daly, can you run over there and help get the fish back from now on? That way the people come in here have a little bit more time on the hot seat.
Right there's down.
Okay. All right, so coming next, we have another set of brand new anglers. Hannah, just go ahead and set it up there inside the up there in the sink. We have Mr. Mason Sheets and Hannah Wyatt. So, how did the day go, Mason? What do you think? This is your first long day of fishing. What do you think of it?
It's pretty slow at first, but then I didn't catch any fish today, but Hannah caught about like 7 today at the end.
At the end. All right. So, Hannah, let's hear about it. How'd you catch those 7 fish?
The 3/8 spinnerbait.
All fish off a spinnerbait?
Well, the 2 keepers off the spinnerbait, and then the rest of them off the wacky worm.
Off the wacky worm. All right. So, who would you guys like to thank for making the day possible?
Garrick Brothers.
Geiger Brothers and
Atomic Credit Union.
Atomic Credit Union. All right. So, we've got 2 fish coming to the scales. And if you look right now, sorry, Cohen and Brady, not too long to stay there. 2.56 pounds. Your new leaders, and we'll measure one of those for big bass. So, Hannah, come on over here. I know you caught them on a spinnerbait. Go ahead and look out there and tell everybody about the fight for the biggest one you caught.
It was kind of like a surprise. I didn't expect it, but I caught it in like a lily pads patch. But it got wrapped up in the lily pad as I rolled it in.
All right, so current new big bass, 1.47 pounds. All right, we're going to double check. All right, so, all right, Brady, if you would, wait a minute, we need to get a picture of those fish. Go ahead and hold those up here and let Hannah and Mason pose for the camera there. All righty, so look out there and let everybody get your picture. All right, so you guys will take and put that back in the weigh-in bag. We'll let Brady be a nice man and put them back in the lake there, and you guys get to take your seats on the hot seat. All right, so we got 2 sets of anglers left. We've gone from 1 keeper to up to 2 keepers now. Do I hear 3? Come on up. So we have senior Olivia Stacy and Grant Regal, who is a sophomore. All right, guys. So tell everybody at home how the day went, Grant.
Well, today was, we had a really good morning. We caught our first keeper, and then right after that, we caught our second keeper, and then about probably midday, later day, we caught our third.
So what were you throwing today you caught fish on?
Today, the 2 fish I caught were on a Nico style bait.
Nico style bait. What color and what brand?
I believe it was an Exodus trickworm, and it was green pumpkin.
Green pumpkin. All right, Olivia, how did you catch the fish you caught today?
I tried a lot of different things, but it ended up being a green pumpkin Nico Ned rig.
Ned rig. You've been very successful with the Ned rig over your career. So who would you like to thank for making the day possible?
I'd like to thank Bryn Mawr Construction and Hire.
And Hire. Grant, who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank Martimus Trading or Training, Dave Strickland, State Farm Insurance, 13 Fishing, and Crush City Baits.
All right. So, guys, what are we thinking about Burr Oak next week?
I feel like it's going to be a good time. I feel like we just got to get on the spots where those fish are and just get a bag hooked.
Get a good bag hooked. Olivia, what are you thinking going into Burr Oak? This is going to be one of the places for maybe the biggest bag we could have of the year. So what are you thinking going into that?
I'm thinking that it's going to be a tight race, but I'm hopeful that we'll be able to push through it.
All right. So we're going to take a look at the leaderboard here. 2.53. Just close enough for second place, right? Because you had 2.56. All right. I don't think we probably don't have one bigger than 1.5 pounds. So you guys go ahead and hold the fish up there for the camera. And we'll get a picture of those. So how are you feeling over here on the hot seat?
Nervous. Never been on it before.
Never been here, so it's new territory. Only one team coming back.
Hmm.
Only one team left. What do you think?
Nervous.
Nervous. All right. Now, not to make you too much more nervous, but here's the fact of the matter. They have 4 fish. So you dodged a bullet with 3. So we started with 1. We had 2. 3. Can we go 4? I hear 4. Sold it 4. Thank you for what you done, according to Patrick Ball. And we'll go ahead, put him in the sink, sir. All right, Hunter Pennington and Michael Stevens, guys, come on up here. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys started fishing together in the fall. Is that right, Michael?
That is correct.
That is correct. Now, how did you guys do in the fall tournament?
We did pretty well. We maintained a good first, second, or third place.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys were in the top 2, wasn't it? Or if you guys didn't, well, I can't remember if you guys won or not.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly.
But tell us about the day, Michael. How'd the day go? What'd you catch your fish on? What depth? What bait?
This morning was a little bit on the rougher side. We started getting bites during the evening. We were fishing in like 4 foot of water up against lily pads and docks. We were throwing a weightless wacky worm.
Weightless wacky worm. Tongue twisters here for free. So what color were you throwing?
Black and blue.
Black
Dinger.
and blue. All right, Mason. Well, Hunter, what did you throw today?
The same thing as him, a black and blue yum dinger.
Yum dinger. All right. So who caught the big fish?
Hunter did.
Hunter did. So let's hear about the big fish catch.
So I threw the yum dinger by some lily pads, and I just gave it a few tugs, and he just hit it, and it was a good fight.
Good fight. All right. So we're going to take a look here at the leaderboard and to determine the contest with 4 fish. Michael and Hunter are going to be your winners. 3.49 pounds. So, guys, go ahead and get your pictures there. Do you think we got anything close to the 1.5 pound mark?
I think we might.
All right. So we'll hold one there and we'll get it ready for big bass. You guys can hold these other ones here. So, all right. You guys at least got seconds. You got second place. You might win big bass. So how do you feel for your first full-length tournament?
Happy about the ending of it always.
Happy about the results. Maybe a few more fish would have been nice. So let's see if they're going to take home big bass too. 1.21. So want to congratulate Hannah Wyatt on catching the big bass today at 1.47 pounds. You guys can exit on off, and we want to thank Michael and Hunter for catching the winning bag today. All right, so we should be just about ready for one more big thing. So I'm going to talk about the circuit coming up here for just a second. We got the raffle tickets ready, I think. We're going to be drawing a $500 Walmart gift card winner. All right, and we want to thank everybody in the community that helped support our team by buying that. It was a $5 chance to win $500. So we're going to go ahead and get that up here in just a second. And again, I want to thank every sponsor that has made this possible for our students. Definitely want to thank Stellar Films and Dakota Dunn and the crew for helping us live stream these things and getting our kids a chance to work on public speaking, getting our kids a chance to be out here in front of the camera. All right, so we're going to need somebody, and we got that secure, Aaron. Looks secure. So go ahead and start cranking that around. We need somebody from the studio audience, well, I guess the live audience today, that can maybe come up and pull the winning ticket. Wow, this is like some of the fish here today. They're people ducking and turning the wrong way. It's always better if we can get a young one to do it. We got nobody willing to go. Hunter, come on up here. Come here, Gunner. Can you help us out, sir? Look out the camera and tell everybody who you are out there.
Gunner Pennington.
Gunner Pennington. All right, sir. You are tasked with making a lot of other people angry with you, but one person extremely happy. Can you handle that?
Yeah.
All right, sir. So if you would, we're going to go ahead and see who. One more time with a roll. Try to get these all in there. Now you got to shut your eyes. No peeking. Okay. All right. So let's open this puppy up. Reach your hand in there. fish around for a little bit, grab yourself a ticket, and when you got just one, pull it out. All right, so I have in my hand ticket number 599 and Mr. Gary Davis. Is Gary Davis here by any chance? All right, sir. You have the winning ticket. We are going to be getting a hold of you. Got your phone number on there. We want to congratulate you on winning a $500 Walmart gift card. All right. Can you please, Gunner, take this up there to the lady that's right there with the purple mug? Give that winning ticket to her. All right. Again, we want to thank everybody. We're really excited about this season with the new jerseys, the new hats. We do have a team boat, which we'll be featuring on our webpage and stuff here shortly. It's been wrapped with our sponsors' logos that helped us with that. Again, you probably didn't get to see the back of too many kids' jerseys today. But again, we have 30 different teams or 30 different sponsors that have helped us. We're going to have also between 30 and 35 teams fishing in our circuit. Just want to remind everybody that the top two on our points are guaranteed an appearance to fish at the national championship for the Student Angler Federation, which this year is down at Lake Cumberland in late June. So we will hopefully be live and everything will be up and running again for this about this time next Saturday at Burr Oak. So until then, we will see you all later. Thank you for the community support.
Podcast was brought to you by Stellar Films Motion Pictures with the help of First Choice Heating and Cooling of Southern Ohio, the Mid-Ohio Valley Film Commission, and the Freemasons of Albany 723. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.